Right. So that's quite an appropriate introduction from the Bamba. Because I have a little poem. So I was expecting James Domestic to be here.
Where is he?
Well, he was supposed to be on. And where is he? He was there last night. I think he's a bit tired, He's
getting ready for holiday.
So basically, James has become Michael Bamba's mentor recently, poetry mentor, right? And I thought to myself, why didn't Michael choose me? Really or not? Anyway, this is the story. Why didn't he choose me? So I wrote a poem about it. So what you got to do is imagine that James is sitting there, right? He's sitting there because I was gonna directly point at him and include him in his poem. Who's got Michael Bamba's back? Is it the punk Buddha or James Domestic? Who is Michael's poetry mentor? The one seen on TV or the one who's one with Buddha? A fist fight is the only way to sort it out. So there was going to be like goading him. Two poets wham-bamming over Bamba. Michael himself just sat back and enjoyed the spectacle. He was a love object two grown men were fighting over. So it hasn't worked quite as well because I was hoping that the man was sitting there. And we may have even had a fight. It'd have been great, wouldn't it?
And liven things up.
So, and this is, I've done some of these poems before, so some people might have heard them before, but this is, so this was actually kind of influenced by the great Bamba, talking about his childhood stuff. And this was a true story from my childhood called The BMX Gang. Ooh. And it's bloody terrible lighting up here, isn't it? Right. I was always an outsider, even as a kid. I was a BMX rider, but from the BMX gang, I was excluded. I used to chase them around the town, try and find the gang on the estate, and hang out and talk BMX with them, and my presence they would reluctantly tolerate. I would look up to the gang leader, hoping he'd invite me in to join, but he just looked at me disdainfully. I was just some young kid who was annoying. But one day, he said he had something to tell me about something the gang had all done. He was laughing, but the others were shifting about, looking nervous. What it was, I couldn't imagine. Then he told me they'd had a wanking competition to see which one of them could come first. Well, I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I couldn't imagine doing anything worse. Some of the gang looked uncomfortable. Some of them just looked sad. And suddenly, not being in the BMX gang didn't seem so bad. And this is one about reversing your car. Okay. So this was when I learned to drive. I learned in a van, a little van, and my dad pointed out that you've got to be very careful reversing vans, because you can easily reverse into things because you can't really use your middle mirror. So this is a poem about that. Always reverse your car slowly, were the wise words of my dad. Then, when you do hit something, he said, it will never be that bad. You'll never do too much damage, he said. Maybe even nothing at all. So don't reverse your car quickly, my son. Always reverse your car at a crawl. So I heeded my dad's good advice, and I always took my time. And when I first reversed into a bollard, the car was really just fine. The second time I reversed into a tree, and there wasn't a dent to see. And when I reversed into a lamppost, it only left a tiny mark at most. But then I reversed into an old man. And this is a true story. I reversed into an old man who was crossing a busy London road. My van went smack back, bang square into him, which was risky as I was carrying a very heavy load. The first I knew of it was from people screaming. I saw them freaking out and running around my truck. A panicked woman came up to my window. She said there was an old man under my van, totally stuck. Apparently, he'd been hobbling past on his sticks while I was lost and consulting a road map. And then he was right in my blind spot, and side mirrors are no good at all for that. I'd driven back and pushed him completely over. He'd ended up falling flat on the floor. He'd left a print of his hands sliding from top to bottom on the back of my filthy van door. But by the time I got out, he was back to standing. Turns out he was completely fine. Thank God I'd reversed so slowly, like I always did, every time. The old man was shaken but forgave me. He could see I was sorry as hell, and he recognised I'd actually been driving carefully. My dad had taught me well. Thank you. Is that Toph there? It is. Do you remember that story, Toph? Do you remember that happened to us? You just missed the point about. So I reversed into an old man when we used to. Yeah. You do remember that, yeah. So it's true, isn't it?
I remember his handprints down the back of the van.
It's absolutely true. And it was a horrible experience. I mean, but luckily I had been reversing really slowly. Like that sort of speed. And he'd just gone slowly over. And it was underneath the van. Fuck. It was true, yeah. Okay. So I'm going to do a section on porn.
Section.
So yeah.
Oh.
Playing on that enough, did I? So I first saw a porn film when I was 11, and I saw it at my mate's house, and his parents were police, ironically, and they had an illegal porn collection VHS because it was illegal back then. And the story of the porn film. So basically, one of the things that really surprised me, I knew a bit about sex, okay, at 11. I didn't realise there was so much movement involved. That was a thing that really struck me. Fucking hell. Movement. And one of the things that, so it actually had 11's too young to see porn in it, right? So it had a kind of, it did psychologically scar me. It sort of like gave me a fascination with porn, which is, and then the other thing is that the storyline was basically this girl who wasn't up for it, and her boyfriend goes for a run to try and run off his sexual frustration. And he goes this run, and he goes back, and she's put all her sexy lingerie on, and she's up for it. So for years, that sort of told me that basically women don't really like sex, they have to be persuaded to do it. And that was like, that was a kind of like sowed a seed, which is terrible, isn't it? But that's what it did. And that was just a story, a useless, stupid storyline at the start, let alone the shagging. So I've always had mixed feelings about porn ever since. And on one hand, I quite like it, like a lot of people do, because, it's sex, we're all like sexual animals, aren't we? On the other hand, I'm just like, oh, fucking hell, the industry, it's horrific, blah, blah, blah. So I've written 4 poems, sort of outlining my various feelings about porn. Now, I've also bought a prop, because I haven't actually seen any porn for quite a while, since you had to show your face, do that facial recognition thing where you have to and apparently a lot of young people get round this by putting a mask on. So I'm going to put this mask on.
Oh, it's going to be too hot. Oh, Sam.
Mate, I ain't doing it.
Oh.
And I think I might be able to get onto the porn site wearing this. And they won't realise. And my first poem is called Uncomfortable Poem. When I was a teenager, the porn stars were much older. As a younger man, the porn stars were my age. Now I am much older, the porn star is my daughter. It's my old eyes that see that porn, but it's the youth that holds the gaze. Thank you. Uncomfortable play, right.
Very Mission Impossible. Love it.
Oh. Okay, so my next poem, this is called Poisoned by Porn. Struck down with a floppy cock, girlfriends tell you not to worry. They're nice and kind about it. Take your time, we're in no hurry. But it doesn't matter how much time you've got, because the only thing that gets you hot is watching misogynistic porn. Without it, you can't get the horn. Beautiful girls in romantic settings leave you panicky and sexually fretting. Nights of genuine love and passion stop you getting an erection. Because what turns you on is a gang of men, their dicks pointing at one numb woman. And with a united chorus of grunts, they bond in the ultimate bromance. And the damage is done, your libido ruined. You've poisoned your brain with what you're viewing. And the punishment for your depraved shame, you'll never have natural loving sex again. Okay, so this is poem number 3 about porn, and interestingly, so my mate Flack is here, and he has some link to this poem, although not in a way he would. It's not really about the subject matter. This is Flack's first time here, so he used to. I've known him a long time, since I was about 16 or something, and he used to call his TV remote control the Munchkin. So he's always saying, "Where's the Munchkin?" Because, like to go down the side of the settee or something, and people are always searching for it. So where's the Munchkin? So this poem is called The Munchkin, which is a pet name for the TV remote control. I was flicking through some porn the other day when I came across a film with my sister in it. I switched the channel quickly, only to find a film with my mum in it. In shock, I changed the channel again, and there was a film with my dad in it. Seriously freaked out by now, I grappled with the Munchkin, and on came a film with my wife in it, being gangbanged by 20 blokes I didn't recognise. Reeling in horror and nearly falling off the toilet, I accidentally pressed another button on the Munchkin, and a flick came on called Humiliation, Hatred and Disrespect. In the film, staring back at me was my own face, and my sexually aroused naked body was being played with. Thank you. And my final poem of this section, is one of the filthiest poems I have in my repertoire for your entertainment. And it's basically about unboxing videos, which I suppose we're all familiar with, yeah? Unboxing videos. And I think there's something sort of kind of pornographic about unboxing videos. As well as just like, just this, like, it's like capitalism, end stage capitalism gone mad, isn't it? I mean, basically, you film yourself opening a fucking parcel of some item you have bought that's come through the post. And you film it, and then people watch it. What the fuck is going on? Anyway, so, unboxing fetish. I'm an unboxing addict. a big reveal fetishist, buying junk on the internet all day to satisfy this. And when my items get delivered, I get the camera out, film me fingering the sellotape and stroking flaps about. I take my time videoing the box for everyone to see. Slow shots of nubile cardboard increases the heat steadily, and it turns me on that the parcel's so clearly addressed to me. I'm an unboxing exhibitionist, unashamedly. And now it's time to get this alluring, shapely box undressed. I'm going to tear its layers off and open up its treasure chest. I'm going to spread its cardboard flaps as wide as they will go. Get your tissues ready for this unboxing, stripping show. My trembling hands hover in shot, and you can hear me whimpering. I imagine my social media viewers masturbating at what they're seeing. A camera close-up of inside leaves nothing to the imagination as I big reveal what's in the box, and suddenly I'm climaxing. Gripping my purchase in my hands, I can't stop ejaculating, and like a plasterer's radio, my purchase gets its coating. Then I throw the whole lot into the bin, and the video I quickly wipe, and it's straight back on the internet for a fresh unboxing delight. Thanks so much. Follow the spiritual path. They try lots of things out, weird things. They get into yoga and qigong and all that sort of stuff. And there's lots of weird things you can try. And one of the weird things I thought I would try was, well, basically it's not that weird actually. It's detoxing, because sort of like detoxing, very good for you. But the book I had that was about detoxing also emphasised the importance of colonic irrigation. So I tried it once. And this is a poem about that. And it's a true story. Oh, the benefits of colonic irrigation. Remove the mucoid plaque that is clogging up your system. Bring it on, I said to myself, and I wouldn't have to travel far because the colonic irrigator was based at my local spa. I went down several steps into the spa's dungeon-like cellar. The entire place was tiled and chromed and was cavernous like an echo chamber. I explained I'd done a detox of the liver and kidneys too, and so now's a good time to detox my colon of excess poo. Lay here on this vinyl couch, she said, feet in stirrups like giving birth. I felt exposed and vulnerable, but she promised it wouldn't hurt. A rubber-gloved finger approached me and was inserted up to the knuckle. Just checking for prostate problems, she said to me with a chuckle. She brought out a pipe like a snake, and it slithered and hissed at my hole. It plunged its head deep into my cavity and shot saline venom deep into my bowel. Look at what's happening, the therapist said, pointing to a digital screen. Turds could be seen gently bobbing by like brown fish in an aquatic scene. There goes my shit, I thought to myself. It took years to build up that mucoid plaque. I'll be glad when this is all over. I don't think I'll be coming back. Well done, she said. We're nearly finished. But what's left up there has to come out. So sit and relax on that toilet, and what's left will naturally fall out. She pointed at a doorless glass cubicle, and I went in and sat on the throne. And what's left began to start tumbling out with a fart and a burp and a groan. The farts ricocheted round the dungeon. The burps bounced about off the walls. I groaned in embarrassment, but the therapist stayed nonchalant, professionally keeping her cool. Come back in 2 weeks, she said after. The process will be just the same. Okay, I said, see you in 2 weeks. but there was no way I was going back again. Okay, so here's another thing I tried. So this is actually quite interesting because I used to go and see a psychic healer. So this psychic healer, I won't mention her name. So I had quite a lot of friends who were going to see her, and I was a bit like sceptical psychic healers, yeah, right, like a lot of us are. But this is a true story. Now, this psychic healer was interesting because I sort of went along to see her. I had no preconceptions of what I was going to experience, and I really felt like she plugged me into some kind of electronic fucking power system, which never left me, funnily enough. And it was quite mind-blowing. So make of that what you will. But this is a true story. So she was psychic, so she would come out with stuff about, what you've been doing and that sort of thing. And, your family and all that sort of thing. And again, I was quite sceptical, but she seemed to be like weirdly accurate. And then this happened. Off I went to see a psychic healer one day for spiritual hands-on healing done in an immensely powerful way. The healer received psychic messages about what I'd been doing that day, and she'd tell me all about it in a cosmic sort of way. One day, my psychic healer had a message just for me, a demonstration of the right hand, like a fizzy drinks bottle shaken aggressively. Up and down the hand jerked, side to side it jerked too. It's what the spirits were showing her, and I didn't know what to do. Because that morning, I'd been wanking, alone inside my bed. If I'd known the spirits were watching, I would have done something else instead. But now I have been ousted, and the spirits are laughing at me. They've caught me out, red-handed, for all the psychic world to see. The healer soon got embarrassed as she realised what was going on. She stopped jerking her hand up and down, and the tension in the room was soon gone. We could return to pleasantries, and the spirits did so too. Was there a rose arch above the door? Did you have an uncle named Hugh? True story, yeah, true story. That was horrific. And it went on for ages as well. She could have gone, no, I'm definitely seeing his hand going like this. I was like, oh, no idea. No, I'm definitely seeing it. Oh, fuck's sake.
She said he'd been doing some painting, didn't she?
He'd been doing some painting.
Vigorously.
Playing a lot of whack-a-mole there, Sam.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, whack-a-mole. Yeah. Right. So one of the things about the spiritual path, particularly Buddhism, things like that, is they say what you're aiming for is enlightenment, and but then they don't really like telling you what that looks like. They kind of keep it. It's a bit of a taboo subject, almost so much so that if you do talk about it, it's somehow oh god, it's almost like sacrilege or something. So I've written a poem about that. Spiritual enlightenment is really serious. Don't ever talk about it. Talking about it stops enlightenment existing. Enlightenment can easily be devalued. It can be reduced in quality by the amount of people who become enlightened. The more enlightened people there are, the less enlightenment is worth. And we don't want enlightenment inflation, do we? If you are lucky enough to become enlightened, never talk about it. Pretend you're not enlightened. Act like a prick so no one knows. That way, enlightenment stays special. But anyway, it's impossible to become enlightened. No one is really enlightened. Well, maybe 10 people in the whole world are. I'm one of them. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. It's not true. There's no such thing as enlightenment, except for 10 people who are in the whole world. I've met them all. They were very nice. They recognised me straight away. We had everything in common. Unlike you lot, I have nothing in common with you lot. I sit on my light and golden throne and look down on you lot. That said, I can hardly see you anyway, because I'm so blinded by the white light that bathes me wherever I go. And I can't hear anything you say either, as my head is constantly enveloped by hundreds of flying angels blowing their bloody trumpets in my ear. Thank you. And my last one about spiritual enlightenment is about orgasmic enlightenment. So this is the other thing that people talk about. They say, "Oh, enlightenment. You'll know you're enlightened because it's like having a constant orgasm." Sounds like hell to me. So it's terribly embarrassing when you're out and about, isn't it? My orgasmic enlightenment swiped all of normality away. I came so hard at enlightenment, I couldn't function in any rational way. I had always been told that enlightenment would be blissful and ecstatic too. But what I hadn't been told about enlightenment is I'd forget how to use the loo. I'd also forget how to eat and drink water, and forget how to talk and behave. I'd forget how to go out in public without looking like I was dancing at a rave. I'd forget how people would notice all their weird clothes I kept putting on, and they'd notice the shit I was talking about consciousness and being all one. I'd make people nervous and anxious with my spiral eyes and foaming big grin, and I'd make them purposely cross the road when they saw my enlightened self coming. Not him again, they'd think with a panic. He'll hug me and then bend my ear. He'll talk about cosmic unities and say God especially put him here to teach us how we too can be orgasmic and teach us how to never stop coming. Enlightenment's the best thing that's ever happened to me, he shouts at the backs of people running. So, change of subject. We're in the modern world now, nothing spiritual about this. It's about driverless taxis. This is my last poem for you all today. I ordered a driverless taxi, but it was late, 10 minutes late. I looked out the window. I could see it down the road, stuck behind an orange cone that a group of school kids had dumped in front of it. They were standing on the curb laughing and filming the taxi jerking back and forth as it tried to get around the cone. So-called progress, I thought. Eventually, I went out. I had enough. I went up to the car. I took the cone away, scowled at the kids. They scowled back. I tried to get in the taxi, but its doors were locked. For God's sake, I'm late. But then the taxi drove off, 100 metres down the road, stopping outside my front door, pipping its horn, for God's sake. So I wandered off after it, while the kids on the curb started laughing at me and filming me as I dejectedly plodded down the road. So-called progress, I thought. So I got in the taxi. "Hello," it said to me in a robot voice. "Taxi for Mr. Marsh?" "Yes," I replied. I heard the doors lock shut with a click. Then I thought, what's that smell? And as we started driving off, I realised it was sick. I looked round and the back seat was totally covered in vomit. It was absolutely everywhere. And what made it worse is the heating was on full blast. I retched. "Let me out," I cried. "Sorry, we haven't reached a destination yet," said the robotic voice. I let out a huge burp. "Please stop," I pleaded. "I'm sorry, sir. This isn't a designated dropping-off point," said the robot. Too late. I power puked into my lap and up the dashboard. So-called progress, I thought. Some of the puke must have got into electrics, as there was a fizzing sound and various lights started flickering. Then the taxi suddenly did a sharp right, and instead of moving down the road, it just started doing a tight circle round and round. Round and round it was going, faster and faster, and I was feeling really dizzy, just what I needed. I puked up again. This time the sick flew back into my face with the G-force. A robotic voice said, "Error. We apologise for any inconvenience. Please contact support on this number." A phone number flashed up on the screen. I got my phone out, but I had so much vomit on my hands I couldn't unlock it. I thought I was going to faint. Eventually, I got through. "Can I help?" said a robotic voice. "I'm stuck in a driverless taxi in the middle of London in rush hour and the car is going round and round in circles. What can I do?" "What is the serial number of the car, please?" the robot asked. "I don't know," I replied. "It will be written on the dashboard," said the robot. Finally, I spotted it under a piece of carrot. Meanwhile, a crowd were gathering around the car. Queues of traffic were in front and behind. People were beeping their horns and flashing their lights. They were getting angry. Someone punched the door. Someone kicked it. "Get out the fucking way," shouted someone. Someone threw a brick. It bounced off. Then there was a smash and the windshield caved in. Another brick flew in and hit me on the head. The mob leant in to grab me, then saw all the vomit and backed off. So-called progress, I thought. Thanks very much. So this is one called The Parson's Nose, dedicated to Rachel, my wife.
Oh.
Yes, a little love poem for her. At home, I have a problem with my sheets falling off the bed. I wake up in the depths of night feeling cold and irritated. So I got a length of rope and I tied down those loose bed clothes. Now there's a big lump in the duvet, which my wife calls the parson's nose. The parson's nose looks like a chicken's arse when it's laid out on the tray. It sticks out at an angle and gets in a sleeping person's way. The parson's nose does a very good job of stopping my sheets from falling, but it irritates the hell out of my wife, who complains it stops her sleeping. She says it prods her in the head and gets into her face, and while I'm sleeping soundly, she's in a nocturnal rage. But if it prods her in the back while she's comatose, she thinks it's me with morning wood, but it's just the parson's nose. "Let's make use of that," she says. I tell her it's the parson's nose. "You're a big boy this morning," she says. "No, darling, it's the parson's nose." "Don't leave me high and dry," she says, to the parson's nose. "If he won't act, you'll have to do." And she fucks the parson's nose. Thank you very much. Good night, everyone. Thank you for coming.
Make the noise, come on, make more noise for Sam. We love you, Sam. You're the founder of this beast. May you be with us forever. Anyway,